Nope. Rookie mistake. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Glad you could make it. So I think Nikki was in here earlier. Ralph, how you doing? Scott? Let me go up and see. Nikki was here earlier. I think Nikki's still here. Lynette, how are you doing? Thanks for coming by. Nikki, Scott, Ralph. Who else is here? Tommy J. Hey, brother. I hope you are well. Andy, how are you? Jay, how are you doing? Glad you could stop by. And Gorgeous here. What's up? Good from a rather cool. Yeah, cool. I like that. I like the cool mornings. Okay, I'm caught up. I didn't even set up this. I'm kind of in the center. Could have come down just a tad. Yeah, I guess that's all right. How's the sound? Sounds okay? Anybody? Let me take another sip of Go Juice. As you could see, in the thumbnail, I got the trailer there. I was supposed to do a live stream yesterday. Here's the deal. As you know, I wanted to, I think people know, I want to put the rack I already bought for the back of the trailer. That is a tilt rack to drive or transport the 125, keep it on the back of the trailer. So the Solar Man is doing that. And then I've had the gentleman that he does a bunch of automotive stuff for us. He rebuilt the motor and the Isuzu. He knows a lot of stuff. Anyway, what it came down to, let me put my glasses because those drive me crazy. He came over day before yesterday, and we looked at the suspension. There is no suspension on the trailer. I was really kind of surprised. It didn't really bother me that much, except that I wanted to raise it. So I was hoping it was leaf springs and I could flip it and raise it probably about 5 inches and be done with it. Maybe put some bigger wheels on it, rims and tires. And come to find out, it's just straight axle across there. Like I said, it's a travel trailer. I mean, it's not like you're riding inside it. So it pulled. I had no problem pulling it. No problem with it staying directly behind the truck. No fishtailing. No nothing. My problem is I only have this much clearance on the back of that trailer, and going in and out of places. It just already ripped off one wheel and put on that. I don't know. I haven't showed that. I probably ought to do. I'll do a video. I'm gonna do a video when they do this. So talking to him and then having my wife there, and then yesterday he came over and looked at it with the company that actually builds axles and all this kind of stuff for trucks and trailers and whatever. And they're going to pull that whole assembly. Thanks, Andy. Hey, Douglas, how you doing, brother? Hope you're well. They're going to pull the whole assembly out of there and going to make leaf springs. There's going to be 4 shocks on it. I'm going to get about a 5-inch raise on the trailer, which will give me plenty of clearance in the back, and go from there. We'll see how it tows and everything afterwards. I'm imagining it's going to be fine, but I needed to get it up. So I'm also looking at a drop hitch. Somebody, who was I talking to? I can't remember who it was, or texting or whatever it was. Somebody had an adjustable deal. I saw them on. I'm going to buy one off of Lasada. They've got it with both a bolt and then they've got it with just the regular pins. Comes out of the truck and then comes down and got 5 holes in it. And then it's got a slider on it that goes up and down about yay far. And there's 2 pins. One of the ones has 2 pins in it with Carter pins, I guess they are. On the other side, kind of like whatever you put through the trailer hitch, whatever they call that pin. And the other one has the pin where it slides into the truck, but it's got actual bolts going through. I guess I could trade either one, but one of them is 200 baht more. The one with the pins is 200 baht more than the other. Not that that's a big giant deal, but yeah, I was kind of surprised. I mean, because I don't. I mean, I noticed that the trailer was pretty stiff, but like I said, it didn't bother me. I wasn't. You don't ride in the trailers. Good, glad to hear that, Douglas. Um, sounds good. Good, thanks, Jay. Um, so that's the deal. So he's coming. I got to go over when I get done and out. I have that parked in the front, my truck and the trailer, under a big overhang that we built. I built two of them over there. One of them has the Isuzu under it, and then the other one has both my truck and the trailer. I'm going to pull it out and put it next to it because it's only got about this much room between the top of that trailer and the actual roof structure. You know, at the lowest point, it goes up as it goes to the front. And I just don't want him to smash that 1,000 watts worth of solar panels that are on the roof in any way. So he said just move it out. So I'm going to wait till he gets here. He's going to get here at like 10:30, I think. Um, and I'm going to pull it out next to it, and then I'm imagining they'll probably get the axle. They're going to put it up on, jack it up, put it up on blocks, and then pull that whole assembly out, take that to the manufacturer, the guy that actually manufactures trailers and that kind of stuff. And they're going to do all the work. They're going to make it. It's only got 14-inch tires on it now. He said it won't fit 16s, so we're going to go with 15s. Truck tires, they're Chinese tires that are on there now, and they're like passenger car rated tires. I'll go with a taller and a wider 15-inch, new rims, leaf springs, 4 shocks. He's the same braking system. He's just going to go with the 6 lug instead of the 5 to make it for the 15. And he said it should be done in a week, 4 or 5 days, he said. So we'll see. I imagine once they get it all manufactured over there, a couple of days, bring it back, and probably a day to put it back in. We'll see. Yes, you bent the card pin. Thanks, Jesse. How you doing? Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Uh, so that's just on that. On the 5th, the solar man will be here to install the rack, and it'll go under now. I don't have to make any penetrations in the back of the trailer, which would have been probably not smart, but it was the only way that I could think at the time to do it. But he's going to put that in. It also, and I noticed when I was, and PJ, I don't know if he's watching, but the gentleman that I met at the camping place, when he was going out of there, I could see his hitch doing this. And that's the same thing. This one is a center deal. So what my guy's going to do is have the center deal, plus he's going to weld the deal and come in down here, so it'll actually have 2 points. So it'll take a lot of this crap out. And then I'm going to order the winch, even though I don't know if I'll need it or not. I think I will, because it's going to be up high, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get it up on there. Maybe I should probably wait. I don't know. We'll see. But it isn't the 2,000-pound winch and the parts that I need, and to change it over to a remote is like 2,200 baht. So it's like $75. So I'll have to see. Sounds like how we build Cajun trailers. We yank the axle and wreck cars. Weld angle frames, put some wood floors and a hitch on it. Yeah, and they probably work better than the crap that's made. The guy seems, like I said, I've got to get it up. I was hoping that it was on leaf springs and they could have just flipped the axle, got longer, what they needed to bolt it and block it and put it. And I probably would have got what I needed, 3-4 inches. But yeah, I noticed the one. How you doing anyway? I noticed when you were driving away, and when the guy said it to me, he's saying, maybe we should. Because that piece comes out that goes in, and he's just gonna weld onto that piece and come over and 90 and go into another receiver part or another point, I believe, so that it's still able to take it out of there if I ever have to. I don't see any reason why I would have to take it out of there unless I wanted to use it on the truck itself. So we'll see how it goes, but I'll let you know what he does. They're gonna start today, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna put this air conditioner down a little bit. I'm gonna go actually try to make a video out of it. I'll get a bunch of it. I'm sure that the manufacturer, the guy, he isn't going to be happy. He's probably going to say it's going to void all your warranties. I don't care. Doesn't matter. But like I said, if you were just taking that trailer and excuse me, taking it on the roads here in Thailand and a little bit of off like we did at that particular place, which would be probably 90% of the people would probably do, it wouldn't be I don't see it being a problem. The only thing I didn't like is it sits a little bit low. I would definitely change out that single up and down and that wheel that hangs down this far below the front and this far off the ground, because you go through anything in it. I destroyed that wheel. And I bought the extra heavy duty one with 2 wheels on it. You'll see that in the first video that I put out. I'll probably put a video out of just the trailer again on the outside and them actually taking everything off, and then put it out in maybe 2 parts or something. I think only a week, Andy. It should be done. He says. Yeah, right. A yacht. I am the next thing that I do get will be a boat. I want a 10 or 12-foot aluminum boat. On the top of that storm track has that built-in rack that goes out there, so I could set it up on top of that rack. It has to be light enough so that I could do it by myself, and then I could put the motor in the back of the truck, and I want it with the trailer so that I can also, if I just want to put it in there and drive to some lake somewhere for the day or whatever and fish, because I'd like to fish, and I used to enjoy it. I'm sure I still do. But and they're like they aren't like crazy money. They're like 50,000 baht, 60,000, 70,000. Depends on if it's got a 2-stroke motor or a 4-stroke motor and how new it is and that. But I just been looking on Marketplace. But I'm waiting. I'm going to try to cool my jets a little bit, Jay. And hey, Maui, how you doing, brother? But I thought it would be kind of a neat thing too, is if I do go with the truck, if I've got a 10 or 12 footer, I made a rack. I think I told you guys in the same a pulley system with the winch on it on the top of a Jeep Wrangler, and just made it out of 1.5-inch tubing, and got it up there on myself. I could take it back and pull it off the rack and come down, loosen it, take off the wire, take off the winch wire off the front of it, lay it down, put it in the water, and go fishing for the day. I used to go to Piru, if anybody is familiar with the San Fernando Valley, just trolling for trout and stuff. I used to do really well. And then when I'd come out, I would pull it back up and lean it up against the back, hook the wire up to the front of it, and press the button and zzz, go up and boom, and tie it down, and off I went. So I think it would be easy. I don't think I would really needed the winch, and I'm hoping that what I find is light enough that I don't really want to mount a winch on my truck up there on the top. I think that'd be kind of. I am going to do it for the CT. I think that would be kind of cool. And he did ask me when we were all going it over day before yesterday. Both of them were there. The solar man who's doing the rack in the back, and the automotive guy that's doing the axle change out. And he said we can make a hydraulic lift for it. And I said, well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I need to go that crazy. But they said it's not hard to do if you want to do it after the fact, or it isn't quite what you want. And he said, we can do it. So I said, all right. Yeah, they were. I saw that. Nice little boat to go on. Yeah, 3 hour tour. Yeah, sure. Hey, Randy, how you doing? Glad you could make it. What happened when you got home? Lost suction on freshwater pump. It would not prime on its own, so we had to add a three-way valve in the middle to prime that way. It works, huh? I haven't had any problem with my and I don't know what kind of pump they put in this Chinese trailer, but I swear to God, you can take a hot now I've got a gas fired heater in it, similar to the electric ones that are here. And I'm familiar with them from the States. They use them for camping. You could get a little setup. You could buy the whole little setup where you just, shove it in a bucket and pump water to it or turn water on and get like limitless hot showers out in the middle of nowhere with this. It's $117 back in the day for cheap when it had a battery igniter on it, ran on a D cell battery. But anyway, getting off the track, I'm rambling. Better showers than I have in my house, man. I never seen water pressure like that little pump, and like I said, I have no clue what it is. Obviously, it's a Chinese pressure pump, but I haven't had any problem with it priming. I don't know. That's a little bizarre. All right, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Um, Skimple Uncle Craig could be killed again. That's true. That would work. Uh, they do there. Yeah, that I good shows back in the day, man. There's so many of them. Um, I'm binge watching a couple now, but it definitely. Hey Ted, how you doing? If you guys aren't subscribed, you know the drill. Please do. But if you're taking boat on a river with a little current, get electric trolling motor, battery, and small cell. Yeah, use them a 10-foot boat in the bottom. It might be all I need. Jesse is that, but I was thinking about having that anyway. They do sell them here. Um, uh, for what I'm going to do, I'm sure it'll probably be fine. Probably way better than the other one. Maybe even have you know an extra battery. My biggest thing would probably be being out in the middle of someplace and it come kind of current and not be able to paddle my fat ass back to the shore. That might get on me, but probably a better idea. But they sell a lot of them. Most of them don't come with trailers, and some of them come with the boat and a trailer, but no motor. Some of them come with all three. It's like they got a bunch of different ones. They do make brand new aluminum boats here in Thailand. Um, I think mine was a Valco. That was a big name, right? I think it was a Valco, 12-footer, and it worked perfect for me. And in fact, I used it even when I was up in the High Sierras when we moved up there in Bass Lake. Until I bought a what was it, a crappie tracker, 17 and a half foot, like a little bass boat, except it has two bait tanks in the back, which makes it came off the trailer, brand new, 60 horsepower. I had almost 0 hours on it. Mercury. It broke the shaft. Broke the something in the head. I had to take it apart and put that together. It bent a little bit in the front and bent one of the corners a little bit back, and I used that thing like crazy for 10 years. It was awesome, and I bought it for $1,500. The motor, once it was fixed, was worth, I don't know, 10,000. Ted would probably know if he's still around. But a 60 horsepower Merc 4-stroke, it was perfect motor for that 17-footer. Kept me around that lake. Bass Lake's kind of a small lake. And I put downriggers on it, and we fished for that landlocked salmon, the kokanee, and trout, and had fun. Had an absolute ball up there the whole time I was up there. 20 years almost. Hey, Nikki, thanks for coming. I went to grade school with Gilligan's daughters. Bob Denver lived in Lake Sherwood. I know Lake Sherwood, yes. Only Dave knows where that is. I sure do. It's a well-to-do neighborhood. I liked it. I like Lake Sherwood. Nice place. Don't get a blow up. But now I was getting I kind of poked out. I haven't had a great luck with with them either, Jesse. Um, some of them are really nice. I mean, with the fiberglass bottoms and and all that kind of stuff. But now I think I'd waste more time and probably get aggravated trying to blow it up right and get it off and put it on. Nah. But I think they make 10-footers, which two people will probably be kind of small. But my 12-footer, I think I had four people in there fishing before. Wasn't the greatest, but it worked. Want your mad news or bad news? I don't like bad news. Hey, Dowlow, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Um, I'm going to be nanny for two new grandkids this year, March, April. Two new grandbabies. Wow, it means you need to come before then. You need to get your tail on a plane to Thailand now. That's awesome, though. I mean, grandkids are kind of. I didn't get to spend a bunch of time with my grandkids in the beginning, anyway, and that's why sometimes we talked about it before. Moving away, one of the big things is, your grandkids, your mom and dad. We found out was a big deal, or I found out. I think everybody found out along with me, or maybe everybody knew. It was a big deal, right? Taking care of your 90-year-old ailing parents. It's hard to get away from that, and grandkids. But we were in Central California, and my son was in pretty much between Central and Northern California, maybe about 3 hours from me, and we still never got there like we should have. My wife wanted to go a lot. I should have. Probably my fault, but I'm hoping. Can't get my son to get on to get on FaceTime or anything. He's I hate to say it, he's a lot like me when I was younger. I Once I was out of the nest, man, I was hitting the ground running and having a good old life. My mom didn't appreciate it, and now I know what she's going through and what she went through. Yeah, but 10-foot Louisiana travel boat, best ever income boat ever, and it came with a trailer for $200. Yeah, they're not real expensive here. Like I said, they're. I'm trying to debate between. I don't think it really matters out here whether it's flat bottom might be better, um, uh, because there's not. It's not like there's. I'm going to have it on any giant lake. It's probably going to be on a river, and stuff like that. So I don't think it's going to see too much turbulence or anything like that. So, but they have semi V's and they've got what I call duck boats. I don't know. Is that probably the same thing you were talking about with the Louisiana Travelers? Is that a flat bottom boat? Seven. Bless, but my 17-year-old not the life could choose. Yeah, 17, huh? Eh. All right, Andy. We'll still be here for a little while anyway. Keel just as needed for the currents. Flat bottoms for still boats. Mine is flat. Yeah, the most of the ones that like I said, the one that I had, that 12 was a semi V type deal. It was perfect for the little lakes and stuff that I was going on. But I don't think it really matters here. Whatever's going to be a cheaper price. I don't know. Probably having a little bit more freeboard, probably more stable in the water. Something with a V in it. We'll see. 4.5 days to go. Where to here? Really? That's awesome. And where are you coming into? You flying into Bangkok, or are you flying into Phuket? My older kids are surrounded less and giving me a lot to think about. Uh, Even your airboats are flat. I never got to. I always wanted to ride in one of those, and never got it. I'll have to put that on the. No worries, Nikki. You can come in here and vent anytime you'd like. Hey, Daz, how you doing, brother? Hope you're well. Um, I never got to. I never got to ride in one, um, but I always wanted to. I thought they were pretty cool. Flying to BKK. Okay, cool. How long are you here for? It's always good to vent, right? Have some people that will listen. My wife doesn't quite. I don't know. Maybe the venting thing is more of a Western world phenomena because first off, the Thais they don't want any kind of confrontation or anything anyway. They don't want to bring up nothing, do anything, say anything, or whatever. I told my wife, I said a lot of this stuff when I get on something, I'm not. I just need someone to vent to for 10 minutes and I'm done. I get it out of my system and let's go on with stuff. I don't hold grudges. I don't hold crap anymore like I used to. Um, I found out that it just eats you from the inside out when you hold stuff like that. But once in a while, you need to vent. My wife's like, "What did I do? What did I do? You didn't do anything. I just had need to vent a little bit. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it." Hard for them to understand, at least here. Hey, traveler, how are you? I hope you're well. Hope your wife is well. Jack, how are you? Glad you could come by. Did I miss anybody else? Till the 28th of March. Wow, cool. Oh, that's the other thing. I'm glad that you brought that up. Um, I'm having a, wow, 20 or 50, wow, wow, wow. What car? Of course, I'd want something souped up, right? Hey, Andrew, how you doing? I've got a couple. Let me share. This one was the last one that I looked at. I was hoping that maybe Ryan was going to be here because I've got two or three of these. I'm talking about hotels now for the, the meetup, and we're looking at, let me make sure, March 13th, 14th, and 15th, 2 nights. It only has to be one. I'm trying to debate because the one that I'm showing here, most of the other ones, if you want breakfast and want a room, and I'm trying to get it closer to the water, and I'll show you two or three that I have right now, um, are in the 12, 14, 1600 a night. So I don't know, but this one here, let me see. How am I gonna? Let me see if I can bring up. I think I can bring them up individually. Share the screen. Yeah, I can. Okay, the Bella. You guys tell me if anybody knows anything about this hotel. It is a 4-star hotel, 1193. See some of the rooms. Like here's one, but to see it says like last 4 rooms. Extra low price. This one's non-refundable. They want 700 baht for a breakfast, but they're giving that to you for two for free in the 1193. This is the same thing, but 2 rooms. What's the difference here? They look like small rooms. Oh no, it says the room is 517 square, 48 square meters. That's decent size. Um, anyway, I mean, I don't know about you, but you only stay in the room. But I didn't know. Like this one looks like it's the cheapest. Here's 12 for a same thing. It looks like a different layout in the room. Looks like the room. Oh, sea view. Here's a sea view. It has sea view. It says down here, 1300. So anyway, I don't know a bunch about. Let me just get up here and pull this up. I'm hoping you guys can see this. Let me go back over here. Make sure that you guys. Okay, you are seeing it. Okay. Um, I mean, let's see here. Bigger, high demand. 4 travelers have booked today. If anybody knows that I'm not looking in there, but I think it looks like a nice hotel, right? There's the water. I mean, it's not. It's just across the street, from the beach. Um, but it looks like a nice place. But I don't. I've never been there. If anybody, let me go back to the chat. A lot of the ones that I was looking at um, one room left, this thing and that. So I don't know if we picked. It's in the middle of the frickin' week, but I mean they're saying that these are normally like look over there, this room, the 1193, 37 3,700. So it's saving 68%. So I don't know, but I need to. If we're gonna do it, we need to pick a hotel and book into it and see. It's got both an indoor, it says, and outdoor swimming pool. But I don't know. I mean, how do you know? It's like shots in the dark when when, excuse me, when you've never been there. So something happens. It looks nice, right? I mean, I don't know. I've always been lucky with the hotels that I've booked since I've been here in Thailand for the last 5 years. But down low, I said that because you're going to be here until then. You'll be here for those 2 days. And like I said, basically the first night we'll all get together, we'll do dinner, and then after that, if somebody wants to go to the beach and you like Bill instead of Bob and this one instead of that one, or you don't like anybody, you go home. Whatever you want to do, it's all up to whatever we want to do. I think everybody on that I've met here in Thailand, everybody especially on this channel, are of the same thinking. I guess I don't know how else to say it. Thinking. But I don't know, you know. Hey, Uncle Craig, still trying to build a bamboo boat. You are? Maybe you could build one of those for me to take on my truck. I don't know if you were gonna go. I don't know how to do this, man. I guess what I should do is I'll just pick out a hotel and just say I'm gonna be there on the 13th, 14th, out on the 15th of March. Whoever wants to go, show up. If you don't, that's fine too. Worst case scenario, I'm there by myself and I get a nice little vacation, which is fine also. I got no problem with that. But are you gonna, Andy? You're gonna be here, right? Just let me know the details on Facebook or line. I'll be away from next week. Okay, I will. I will do the best I can. I will start and tell everybody. Thanks, Nikki. Uh, I heard Nikki booked a hotel in BKK, a rooftop pool. I find it was closed for maintenance. Yeah, it, some of that stuff I've had happen to me, but the hotels have always been nice, and most of the stuff that I was booking when I first came in was for those because I was retired, just lost this one 5 months earlier. Um, was just looking to relax and do nothing. And my retirement, these were vacations from my retirement. And I was doing 2 to 3, 3 to 4 day. I was gone half the month, pretty much traveling around Phuket, wherever I would go. I went to Kolak and Krabi, and then in Phuket, 8, 10 places, really nice places. And I had a little budget together for it, and it all worked out. And the hotels were 4 stars and up. I mean, and it was before the pandemic. Um, yeah, I hope so. Hey, hello, brother. I'm glad you could make it. Thanks for coming by. There's Robert Mack. Hey, if you from, I need to get from the tattoo chair. I guess I'll have to go with you somewhere. Go to Vietnam and get. I got to get some ink done. And I don't know anybody here. Supposedly we have a relative somewhere that's a tattoo artist. But Robert Mack on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock a.m. Robert, uh, let me know if I'm wrong. Is doing a live stream from Vietnam. He is giving to the people of Vietnam, I believe, rice. I can't remember, and I mean a crap load of rice. He's given a bunch of stuff, him and his wife, and I think people that donated too. So he would like everybody to please put that on your calendar. What is that? Day after tomorrow, 9 a.m. Robert Mack Media is going to be doing a live stream from Vietnam, given back to the people of Vietnam. In case you don't know, Robert Mack's wife is Vietnamese, and I still haven't had the pleasure of meeting either one of them. Probably my own fault. We kind of went around in circles and this time when Robert was here. I think he met everybody but me in Thailand. But Robert's a great man, and try to be there if you can. Let's see, Gorgeous saying we're going to have a little meetup. It's going to be at a hotel in the Rayong, Pattaya, Jantiem area because I think everybody's kind of close to that, even if you're like Maui and coming from Hua Hin or coming from Bangkok, or a lot of people fly into Bangkok or fly in, So I think it's a good spot. I'm just going to pick a hotel, I think, and do it, and whoever shows, hopefully they show. Hopefully they get rooms. Let's see if Robert Mack verified my. There it is. Okay. There it is. Saturday morning, 9 a.m. I will join a live to help the people who need help. And it's a whole crap load of rice, right? And I mean like a bunch of rice. Which, like when we were doing the stuff here during the pandemic, my wife said, for the people here in Isan, when we were putting together the packages, we didn't have any rice in it. We had fish in a can, and cooking oil and noodles, and blah 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 blah, and then gave away that kind of stuff. My wife said because pretty much everybody here in Isan that we were giving it, their relatives, themselves, somebody had rice. I mean, they're growing rice, okay, out here in Isan. So she said it's kind of a waste to give them that, to do the other one. I believe my wife makes sense. But I believe what Robert, where they're talking poor people that they need that to sustain life, I believe. But I'll be there. I hope, Robert. It's already in my phone. So the alarm will go off and my brain won't know. And I'll go, Saturday, 9 o'clock, why is my phone going off? And hopefully I'll remember. Hey, Nanette. But it should be a good time. And Robert's a good guy. Yes, Rice. And other things. Cool. Good to see. And I don't know, like you guys know me, and giving back to Thailand is a no brainer to me. I mean, it's between and like I said, if there's people out there that are watching and don't know anything about Thailand that much and thinking about it, and you need to figure it out and talk to some people, send me an email. It's a great place. And if you're like leery about stuff that are important to people that are 67 years old, one of those would be healthcare. Uh, Top notch here in Thailand. So I spent 3 months in one of their private hospitals, but just top notch. Couldn't have got better care anywhere in the world, as far as I'm concerned. But giving back is a big deal, to me anyway. And like I said, it doesn't take much. You don't have to go broke. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be anything, giving someone, 100 baht that you see, like I did, seeing grandmothers out at 8 o'clock at night, slicing down, grass to feed their cows or to sell for, work all night long for 40 baht. And, it's a big, and like I said, it's not selfless. I don't want anybody to look at me and say, oh, look at those selfless acts. No, bullshit. Makes me feel like a freaking $1 million, smile on my face, smile on their face. Couldn't ask for it. And like I said, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much. Okay. And I know Douglas said he was feeling better, so I feel good about that, Douglas. If you're still here. You got one tat on a drunken dare. I just want to do some stuff with some of the stuff I have, and then because most of my tats are older than a lot of people that are walking this planet. But anyway, I'd like to do something. I like them as long as it's not drawing on your lower. Yeah, Rice is life. You got it, Douglas. Douglas is a smart man. I haven't had the pleasure of meeting Douglas either yet. Looking forward to that. I'm going to pull the trailer that way soon. 10 kilos per person. Fish sauce, soy sauce, not sure what else. Our bill is 12 to 1500 USD. What did I made? 421 USD and 365 on YouTube. Just sometimes heart to help. Cool. And I imagine that people could help during your live stream, right? I don't see any reason why they couldn't. See you in 20 minutes. Daz is Daz has got you down, Nikki. Uh, middle to the end of the orphanage coming. February towards the middle to the end of the orphanage. Okay. This is different than the orphanage. Okay, I'm glad you said that because I didn't know that. Let's see. Ralph's trying to catch the live streams. Randy, hey Cobus, how you doing? Our tattoo artisan competition in March at Tattoo Expo. Cool. Do you use a gun or is it a single? You do it old style. I was gonna say jailhouse, but I know there's a different name for it for the people that are indigenous to areas that use I believe it's bamboo, right? Yeah, let me finish my coffee so I can have some water. But yeah, so things are good. Uh, they changed me over on that drug that I told you the shot. I'm only once a week. I'm losing weight, and I'm not doing anything different than I was doing on the other one. So I'm believing that this one's better. It kind of curves your appetite. It's really weird because being hammered into my head from when I was a little small child, and if you're raising children and you're somehow got to this channel, don't force your children to eat food, and don't tell them that there's people starving in Thailand or around the world, and eat every the 10 kilo of food they put on your plate. Um, uh, it, it, I stop eating, where if I don't catch myself when I'm thinking about something on whether I'm full or not, I'll just keep eating with that old, with crap flashing in my brain. So this helps. In case anybody was asking, 'cause I know that a lot of people are curious about that drug. Um, I would be happy if people watched. Anything else is a blessing for the children. You bet. I'll be there. I hope I didn't miss anyone. A little tired. Yeah, I don't know. According to Daz, he said he'll see you in 10 minutes. So Daz has got you down, Nikki. Tell Rolla they're starving in Ethiopia. Yeah, I used to get that crap when I was a kid, There's people starving, and my dad was such an asshole. If you didn't eat what he wanted you to eat for dinner, you ate it for breakfast. If you didn't eat it for breakfast, you ate it for lunch. If you didn't eat it for lunch, you ate it for dinner the next night. And then if you didn't, he'd give up after about a day and a half. Um, but it was yeah, just people, you got to be halfway intelligent with your children, right? Say, oh, I'm full, I don't want to eat anymore. Okay, that's good, that's fine. Can I have 2.5 kilos of vanilla ice cream? Sure you can, honey. So you got to be at least a little intelligent about things. You use the machines, cool. I know they got a bunch of new style machines. The one that did this one of my wife right after she passed, 4 days after she passed, I went to my nephew's house, and he's got a bunch, and his wife has a bunch, and she made really good friends with this tattoo artist and her husband in Palmdale, of all places. And she actually manufactures some of these new guns, and she's really good, really good. I got lucky there, but I'll find somebody, I guess. I don't know. I know Chuck got one done, and but I don't know. I don't know if that person's still around. But like I said, I think I have to talk to my wife. I threatened a couple of times, and I just haven't got over and got it done. Um, that's one of her relatives or our relatives uh, is a tattoo artist, and I think he's in Ubon. So I'll have to find out. It's not a big deal going to Ubon. Not a big deal really going anywhere for me. Might be a little bit. Well, actually, Vietnam probably where you're at. It probably isn't that far from me. And I still got to get to Vietnam. I talked about with my wife a bunch of times. We still want to hit Laos and Cambodia and Vietnam and a bunch of the bordering countries. Dave sounds like my dad. Yeah, no shit, right? There he is. I was showing Ryan. Have you heard of this place? We were talking about hotels. This is the Bella Villa. They're like 1,200 baht with a 700 baht breakfast. It is right across the street from the ocean. Let's see if I can get past. There's the ocean right there. So it's on the, or maybe it's right on the beach. I don't know. But I just don't know what to do because a lot of these places, like this one here, um, says there's only. Let's see if I go. Let me go there. Here, like this one, you get the two breakfasts that they normally 700 baht, which is a good deal. Um, but it says our last four rooms, our last two rooms. So I don't know what to do. I think what I need to do is I need to just pick. Sorry to get off topic. Of course, I never have a topic, so it's okay. Uh, the I'm just going to have to pick a hotel, get a room, and then whoever wants to show up, try to get a room there or whatever, or just come on the 13th and we'll all meet up there. I don't know. I don't know what to do. But if you've seen it, or I had two other ones. One was the Grand John TM and the Pinnacle Grand. Those were up in the 16, 17, 1800 a night with breakfast. And a lot of those still said our last two rooms, our last one room. So I don't know. So did you hear me? I know you're saying hi to everybody. Hopefully you heard me and you're not sleeping and have an AI or something. Um, but that's the only thing I can think to do. You guys tell me. I don't know. I think I'll just pick a day. We'll pick the 13th and the 14th. I'll be there. Coming in on the 13th, leaving on the 15th, and I'll say I'm going to be at this hotel, and whoever wants to come. Hotels are still up here. Yeah, I don't know. This one looked. I mean, I thought that place looked like a pretty nice hotel. Bella Bella Villa Cabana, um, 4 star. Like I said, some of the stuff was, if you get up to Sea View and oh, it says dog friendly too. I can bring Toby. Um, balcony pool view. Some of these are 1,300, still including breakfast. Pool view king 1,400. Deluxe family room. No pets allowed. Wonder what the deal is with that. With pool access, 1,400. That's pretty nice there too. I think I'd rather have pool view. I like pool access. Is 1,400, which I still think is a pretty good price. But again, like I said, I feel bad because what's a good price to me might not be in anybody's wheelhouse. So, like I said, definitely once I pick it, let me know and say that's a little pricey, Dave, and I'll see what I can do. If I can help out people, I will. Which month are we talking? We're talking about uh, March, March 13th and 14th. I'll get there on the 13th. We'll stay the night of the 13th to 14th and leave on the 15th. And if somebody, Andy put it up. I just don't know how else to try to do it. I think it's going to slip away. The people are going to their places are going to be rented. Worst case scenario, if somebody still wants to come, they stay at another hotel and then just come over to that hotel and have dinner with us someplace. Maybe even not have dinner at the hotel. I don't know. It'll be up to us at that point to do whatever the hell we want to do. Hey, Paul. Hopefully, Paul can make it. I don't know. Like I said, I still have a list. I got Andy, Ryan, Pierre, me, Jake, Andrew, and I don't know of anybody else. That's all I have written down. I don't think Daz is going to be here then. If I understand it, we're planning to be in BKK the week before Sokran. Yeah, Sokran is in April, as far as I know. That's when we're going to Serenity in Kochang for a week. I'm taking the whole family. That's gonna be fun stuff, man. I gotta get some video of my aunt and uncle and my mother and father-in-law. They they have no. This is like something that they would never have been able to do in their entire life. They would have died and not been able to do anything even close to it. So it does bring a big giant smile to my face. And he helped me out. This is the aunt and uncle that did oversaw all the stuff that was done on the U-Bahn build. So might be in Krabby. Well, if you're around in the area, we'll stop by or something. And how come I didn't put your name, Dave? If you pick one, I'll book it and can cancel if we can't make it. I think I'm gonna book this hotel. Um, I think I'm gonna pick it and get a room there for those dates. In fact, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say as soon as I get done with this live stream, I'm gonna book a hotel. I'm gonna book that hotel. So take this down. Can you guys see the Bella Villa Cabana? And as we're maybe I'll talk to my wife and so I think we'd like to have a pool room. I'd like to have a pool room. I'm a pool room kind of guy. But if you need that name, I'll put it in the deal. And I think let me look real quick, Ron, on this. We'll go to Bella. Non-refundable on this one. This is that deluxe room with pool access. So the cheapest room is non-refundable. That's $11.93. The 12 is non-refundable. The 13.25 is free cancellation before March 12th. Cheapest offer. Pay at the hotel. It has too. So don't have to lay out any cash, and you can cancel it before March. So there you go, right there. So, and it looks like no payment, limited availability. So we don't know. I'm wondering if this is my name. I can go on here and I'm going to book the damn thing. Oh, you know what? I can't do that. I got to wait. We didn't talk about this uh, very much here, and we'll talk about it right now because I got that up there. My wife right now is at the hospital waiting in the queue to talk to the doctor. This is for the biopsy that they did the last time that they thought they were going to give us a date for the surgery. They did not. She did a biopsy. To me, that kind of tells me that this lady is not wanting to do a hysterectomy. That she believes maybe everything's gone. Everything was gone before, so I don't understand what it was. And there wasn't any cancer. I hate that word. But this C word stuff or whatever supposedly wasn't there either. So I don't know. So I will know today. I will do one of two things. I will do another live stream tonight, a short one. It'll be Got to Love Thailand meetup live stream. And then anybody that wants to come in and watch that tomorrow, if you're watching from the US or and you're not here yet or whatever, you can watch it. And then I'll put up there the hotel and blah, blah, blah. And hopefully once I find that out and I do it, I'll get the hotel and we'll go from there. Yeah, Andy. And like I said, I'll put up a little live stream that'll say, March meetup. And in that, I'll just do whoever shows up, Ron will probably pop in. He'll be around or whatever. We'll do that and we'll make it like 5 minutes so somebody doesn't have to watch, an hour of me blabbing. You can just get down to the brass tacks and go from there. I forgot about that. Yeah, she's there. I'm hoping for the best, man. I'm hoping that the lady says, my wife's scared. Me too, to a certain extent. I don't. Probably not the biggest thing that I like to put out there is that I'm scared of something, but that C word shit, I'm scared shitless of. For somebody else, for me, if I get it, I die. I ain't afraid of dying. But the ones I love and the crap that you have to go through and all that, man, it just sucks. And a lot of people know it. So she's scared. And like I said, to me, a certain extent, I am too. I would never tell her that unless she's watching my live stream. But I'm not. I'm not. I mean, I have good positive outlook and I told her that even this morning. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to go all right. So we'll see what happens. So that's what I'll do. And if it gets late or whatever, which I can still do 5 minutes. I'll still try to put that up there. Get the room. I'd like to have that pool access. Or I'd like to look at the ocean. Again, I'm torn. Maybe I'll let my wife decide. Yeah, and I think the same way, Ron. I think that the lady, first of all, I just can't see the lady if she found something horrible that she didn't tell her a week ago. You need to come in tomorrow. Even though it would have freaked her out, I would have appreciated that. I want to know everything immediately. Bad news, good news, no news, whatever. I want to know it now. I don't want to wait for nothing, especially for that crap. But we'll see. Thank you, Cobus. Fingers crossed. Thank you, guys. Hey, Mark. And are you going to be here or no? Are you going to be here in March 13th, 14th, and 15th? Because the hotel I was just showing this Bella, I think this is the one that we're going to, or that I'm going to pick. This hotel here, it's called the Bella Villa. It's in that area, more towards John TM, um, Pattaya area. I think it's Pattaya, but I don't know. It looked like a pretty cool deal, and they had rooms because a lot of people, like I said, I don't know if they what people can afford or not, but that we were just looking on a refundable room was like 1,300 baht, and it included what they're considering a 700 700 baht breakfast. So if you're here, those are the dates that we're gonna go with. I don't know if you are or aren't gonna be here. Hopefully you will be. I'd like to see you again. I like Mark. Um, March, Philippines, then we'll fly direct to Thailand. End of March. So unfortunately, no. But we'll catch up anyway. Uh, fat figures. Yeah, I got that problem too. If I miss somebody saying something, I know everybody's giving well wishes and prayers. You guys are freaking awesome. So, um, and like I said, I got good feelings about it. I just don't like the biggest thing for me, man. In everything with this one, and the biggest problem, and I have it to this day. It's been over 5 years now since she passed. When I married somebody, and when I took somebody, like when I married Nitnoy, and her kids became my family. They're my blood. Doesn't make a difference. You do something to them, you have to deal with me, and in every aspect. Okay, and when they get sick, when someone gets sick and passes, the biggest thing that hit me is I couldn't do anything, man. I was I couldn't beat it up. I couldn't shoot it. I couldn't stab it. I couldn't do anything. I felt helpless, and I've never felt helpless in my life, and I never felt more helpless than watching someone pass. It still eats me up to this day. I still feel bad about it. I feel responsible. I don't know. I probably should go to a psychiatrist. Uh, I feel that I should have taken care of her. I should have stopped it. I should have done it. And I know it's ridiculous. I mean, There was nothing I could do. But that's my job, man. That's the way I was brought up. My wife and my family back home. Something happened back home, I'd be on a plane tomorrow morning, going back to take care of whatever I needed to take care of. It's just the way I am, I guess. Yeah, I know Logan and Jamie aren't here. I got the death part in there, Logan. If you watch this on a replay or something, because I know Logan's. I believe he's in California now, doing his stuff to keep us nice and free, which I like. Go, go, go. Um, 4 nights, Bella Villa Cabana, not bad. I'm paying a lot more. Yeah, I don't like I said, and that included they're considering a 700 baht breakfast, so a 350 baht breakfast for each one. I'm imagining the hotel like that, a 4-star. I'm sure their breakfasts are excellent. I just thought it would kind of be neat to have the breakfast because whatever we bullshit and all the crap slinging the night before, we could all meet up kind of for breakfast and drink coffee and say, "Did I really say that?" Yeah, you did. All right, all right. I guess I'll have to own up to that. Vietnamese coffee shops. I agree, Dave. We do what we can, our best to live up to our commitments. You bet, traveler. I know you know. I know you know. It freaks me out, and I know it shouldn't, but it gets to me. It's still to this day. Still to this day, you know. And like I said, it was. I got a couple of one ex wife in particular that I would love to wish shit on, and I wouldn't wish anybody to have to go through that. It's horrible. Do do do. So I've never tried Vietnamese coffee. I'll have to try that. And I don't know when am I going to get another chance to meet you, Robert? When are you coming back to Thailand? Because I know when you get back to the States, you're going to be there for a while. Okay, it's gonna nuclear. I don't know how to say that. Nukuluku. In between Pattaya and Chabang, actually closer. Okay, I don't know. It looks like a nice place, right, Ryan? I mean, I don't know. I mean, we could do a drive by, but I mean, I go by pictures. I mean, it could be a total dive, but it doesn't look like it. Let me see the bottom. Hey, you know what else I was gonna try? I was gonna type into your deal. My brother did the on his whole back barbecue. He did the grinding and the polishing of concrete, and I never even realized how beautiful it could be. He had a bunch of different colored stones there, so when he ground it and then polished it, and then I believe he put some kind of make it looked gorgeous, man. It looked like, I mean, it looked phenomenal, and I think you're trying to go for the same effect. But when I saw you talking about it, I think I'm about 2 videos behind or more. I don't know. I'm way behind now, but um, it looked outstanding. We'll see. I think that's what you're going for. If you're going, then I'll get to look at it when you get done. Daz has had Vietnamese coffee and honey. Westminster. I'm not sure you know the one I'm talking about. Uh, 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 um, I could drive by out there in the coming days. It's about up to you, because I think I'm going to make a decision and pull the pin and just do it. And I will like I said, I'm going to put out tonight. Once I talk to my wife and find out exactly, I'm either going to cancel everything and say no, she's getting cut on. We're going to have to look at another date. She's getting cut on March 1st or whatever, and that's too close to it or whatever. Or I'm going to say, okay, we're a go. I got a hotel room. I'm going to be there the night of the 13th, 14th, out on the 15th, and then leave that 5 minute meetup live stream up on YouTube and let everybody watch it. I'm not sure. Next trip, I away my fans, dishes, etc. No more apartment. in Pattaya. I'm searching for a different place. Go well. Hopefully, I find one. I'll try like hell the next time, Robert. Who's somebody saying hi? Wife is. Wife and I are coming up on our 45-year anniversary. Well, congratulations and God bless you. Been a pretty good run. I would say so. I would say so. Let's see. Did Craig? I think he's going for the same thing, same type effect. He's talking to Ron about something. I miss it. I'm going to take a drive down the 5 freeway here in Vietnamese coffee in Orange County. Cool. Okay, I booked it a bit dearer if you book with free cancellations. Yeah, and I might do that too when I get done here. I just wanted to ask my wife if she wanted a pool access room or a an ocean view room. Um, I don't know. I'm gonna ask her and let her make a decision. But if that's what the look you were going for, Craig, it's awesome. I know you've probably seen it. It's probably all over YouTube, but I saw it with my own eyes. God, I want to say he did it 3, 4, 5 years ago. Yeah, I think so. 4 or 5 years ago, and it looked awesome. With my luck, I'm gonna fly and make it there. I hope you do, Randy. I hope you make it. Uh, would be awesome. And I'm going to be coming that way. I know I said that last time. I should have came that last time I was out, but I'm going to come. I got to come and I got to see my grandkids. Got some business I got to take care of, and I need to do it. I have to have I have to have cancellation and have to have breakfast. I like the breakfasts too, man. I like to just they're usually early enough. Most of them, some of them are around 7, some of them are around 6. I like the 6 o'clock better because I'm up at 4:30, 5 o'clock. So I drink my 2 or 3 cups of coffee in the room, and I've got to wait until I wrestle up somebody to go outside the hotel to go look for a place and and try to find food. And it's not me. I like it that way. Gotta go. Well, happy anniversary, and you guys, you have a good night, traveler. Appreciate you stopping by. Let's see. I think that's. I don't know if there were any other. I'm gonna take it right down. I just saw that. Uh, it is close to the sanctuary of truth. Nice tourist temple to visit. I seen that from one of the hotels that we stayed at. You could see that. You could see that temple of truth. So I'm gonna do. Let's see, Craig, did you post the drone? I tried to watch it on the big screen. I should watch it on online. I'm sure you posted it, right? Did he say he did? I know I missed. I know he was talking to you, Ron. I watched it. Nice. Okay. No, no, Ron took it down for a refit. Is that what he said? All right. Randy, I'll be in San Fernando Valley March 8th. San Fernando Valley. My stomping ground or around that area. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'd like to. I wanted to. Let me kill this coffee. It's cold now. I wanted to take Nitnoy. Um, I don't know if I'll be able to this time, depending on when I go and what happens with her surgery. Like I said, my wife is a. I don't want to say fanatic at work, but she loves her work and she loves her job and she doesn't mind staying there 10, 12 hours a day, even if she don't get paid. So, she, like I said, man, if I was going to start up a business here in Thailand, if I could get 100 people, employees like my wife, I'd hire them all in a minute. Mark's taking off. Okay, Mark, I'm gone as well. Cheers. I'm going to go pretty soon. It's been an hour and 10 minutes. We'll stay for a little while. There's still 20 people here. Meeting you here in Thailand or both is fine with me, Dave. If here, I promise to treat you to your choice of food at Jack in the Box. For sure. I'll hold you to that. I'll hold you to that. Question: if Sokran falls on April 15th, when do folks start? Oh God, it's so weird. It's so many different dates and different durations here in Thailand. I go by which is probably more on the official dates, is the ones that my wife gives me, because that's the one that the government give the government employees time off for. So I'm gonna consider that real Sokran. But some places like here, 1 or 2 days, and other places like Bangkok, I've heard, and I was only the one in Kamala when I was there before um, before the pandemic. So I didn't get go over to Pattaya, but I heard something 5, 6 days, a week long. So I don't know. I we scheduled it from the 12th, I think the 12th or 13th of April to the 20th or whatever, or the 18th, whatever. 7 days and night, or 7 days in Koh Chang, and it's starting on like the I think the 13th, something like that. So right around there. So you're probably pretty close with April 15th. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's about that. That looks about right. I think those are the dates I'm going to be gone. Actually, excuse me. Yeah, the whole week, and I think it depends on where you're at, right? I know that some places are 2 days, some places are 3 days, some places are 4 days, some places are 7 days. So I don't know exactly. Recommend using a travel agent to plan a trip to Southeast Asia. I'm toying with the idea of into Vietnam and making my way to Thailand. Yeah, if you're going to do that, I mean, depends on what you want to do. If you feel comfortable, more comfortable, and you're more regimented, on this is what let them do everything. Why not? I don't see why not. Here, yeah, Robert could probably help you out coming into Vietnam, and especially to see what you would want to see in Vietnam. 15th is on a Monday. Yeah, so I think we're gonna get there that Friday. We're going Friday to Friday, I think. So we're gonna be, I don't know, I'd have to look at the dates. I think that would be, if you're saying that the 15th, 14th, 13th, that would be a Saturday. Maybe we're going Saturday to Saturday. I don't know. But I'm hoping that I get out a couple of days before Sokran, and I'm hoping that we're coming back home when it's over by the time we come back home. Would be nice, because that's when, I don't want to take 12 hours to get home from Koh Chang. Was planning to pop over to Thailand during the holiday, which falls on April 10th this year. So I don't know. There's a bunch of different dates. So, like I said, I go with the one that the government gives employees their time off that my wife gets. I use travel agents. Never any issues with price problems when traveling around. Yeah, and I think it's probably not coming to the first time and all that, and wanting to go through Vietnam. I think Robert's got it and you got it. I think I would. Why not? So Sogram might start the Monday before Wet Week. I don't know. Like I said, the first one and the only one was in Kamala, and I got hammered with a 5 gallon bucket of water on the PCX, just soaked, and right in front of the cops, right on Main Street. Had no idea really what was going. I mean, I knew what was going on, but I didn't think I was, squirt gun or something, And it was right across the street. Over to the right was the big C, and I was stopped right in front of the police. And this guy just 2 or 3 kids just nailed me with this big giant bucket of water, and I was soaked from head to toe. I crimped it over to the big C. I didn't even want to go in the big C because in the big C it was colder than shit because I was wet. So I sat outside for a while and then tried to figure out how I was going to plan my route back to my house. But it's a fun thing. I think people have been coming here for a long time just for Socron, and there hasn't been a real what I would consider a real Socron in what 4 years, 4 years. So we'll see. That'd be a good idea, Randy. But yeah, so that's the gist of what's going on with the trailer, what's going on with my wife, and like I said, and I'll put it up tonight. I will put up a deal that says meetup, March meetup or something, and hopefully we'll make those dates and we'll be done with it and get whoever can come, which would be awesome. More the merrier. And the trailer, hopefully I'll get a little bit of video today of them pulling the whole underside of that trailer out and taking it over, and it should be probably 2 days before it comes back with leaf springs and and shocks and new lug pattern brakes. I'm sure they'll touch up. I'm sure the brakes are fine, and hopefully I'll get between 5 and 6 inches would be nice. And then also I'll do a video on installing the rack for the CT 125, and if it needs the winch assembly, we'll order that. Once I see what the height of the thing's going to be, I'll have a pretty good idea of whether I'm going to be able to get that bike up there by myself. That's the trick. Are there going to be people there 90% of the time? Sure, but that 10% of the time, I've got to plan for that. And like I said, it just hold on to one handlebar and just come down and pull it up, leave it on there and leave it taut, and then it's got the rack that I got. They've already made on each side 2 tie downs in the front, 2 tie downs in the back, and should be good. Like I said, hopefully I don't want it to fail. So I'm going to be watching the welding and watching the bolting. I think I'm going to want both welded and bolted on the back for that deal. And I'm thinking about buying for the kids. They would have really, if we go to a place and I've got the kids, these little, not the monkey because the monkey's just too damn expensive, but they got these gorillas that they made kind of knockoffs out of China, and actually they make one that they make here in Thailand, and they're those little, they're 125s, but they're carbureted. They're not state of the art little deals, and they're like you can get them between 18,000 and 25,000 baht for it. And it's got if you guys remember back in the day on the on the on the 50, the Z50, and the CT70, the handlebars, you took that nut out and then they folded down. They do that, so I think it would actually fit in the back of the truck. Um, and if that's the case, I think I'd like to have one of them. Like if we were going somewhere, me and my wife could get on the CT, and the 2 girls could get on that little monkey bike, and we could cruise around and I think it'd be fun for the 25,000 baht investment. I think it'd be fun. I got to get rid of that Himalaya. So if anybody wants a Himalaya, hit me up and I'll give you a hell of a deal on it. I got to go and take pictures of it and put it on marketplace. They were having an absolute ball run, man. I'm telling you. We'll have to get together. I mean, I know your daughter would dig it big time. We had it was fun. How are you? Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Saying hi to everyone in the chat. But it's a blast, man. It's relaxing. They're giggling, laughing the whole time. I mean, just having a ball because they would have never got to do anything like that. They're just so appreciative of anything that they get in their life now, and that's important to me because they don't expect it. They're just thank you for it. Being able to. I want them, like I said, they're my flesh and blood now. Um, I want them to enjoy everything that I could possibly give them in their life, and they're on the right track. They're going to school. They're going to be good earners and make a good living and have a good life. They're gonna have a good life, as your daughter will. So, hey, Tip, I didn't know that was you. I can't see the picture with my glasses. I should say. Your new phone. Okay, cool. How do you say it? Ja, Japa, Tip. Is Tip right or is it Trip? Tip, right? Sorry. Thanks for coming by. I was just saying, I got the hotel picked. Look for a short live stream tonight. My wife's at the doctor now, finding out when her surgery is going to be and recovery time and all that. I'm decided I'm just going to get a hotel. The hotel's about with a cancellation deal about 1,300 baht. Without a cancellation thing, about 1,100 baht with breakfast. We're going to go for the 13th and 14th, the night of the 13th and 14th of March. I'll make sure in that video I'll have already rented a room there, and I will put the name of the hotel. I will put the dates that we got so that there's no confusion. Ron knew. uh, yeah, and I don't know if it's something that you guys want to do. We'll blow your way, or I will, and we'll go camping. It's a blast, man. I'm digging it. Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a good time. Yeah, Randy knows just a few aliases, but yeah, still talking about that party in Ubon, man. Yeah, it was a trip. It's definitely something to see, and that's like the fourth or fifth one because they did a couple now that I've seen at my wife's work. Same stage, same guy, same show. Well, pretty much same show. Might have been different ladies or whatever, but two there, and then my two houses, and then the actual guy that it's his show at his house. That was the last one that I did a little short on. The exact same thing. So it was cool. Yeah, we'll find out dates. Like I know my kids are out April. No, yeah, April. No, we're going to Ko Chang in April. They're out in March, I think, and they're out for the whole month of March. So we're going to do some camping in that month. That's why I kind of want to do this. I'm going to run the. I know I told my wife I probably was. I probably wasn't going to buy any more motorcycles. Well, this thing isn't. It's not really. But I like this one because one that I'm looking at. It's a little bit more expensive. I think it's 26 or 7, but it's in real good shape. I think it's damn near brand new. It has a green book. It has a license plate. A lot of those little bikes. The 50s, I guess, according to what I understand, and I don't know for sure, if you get a 50cc bike or below, you don't have to have a license on it. Is it true? I don't know. I guess if I ever buy one and I'm riding down the street and the cops pull me over, I'll find out. But this one, they're 125s, but it has a book and it has everything. And I think the kids would absolutely go crazy. It probably would be nice to have two of them because they'll probably fight over who's going to ride it and all that kind of crap. But I think the oldest one, if they wanted to go out and fart around together, and me and my wife just wanted to relax in the campground, the oldest one is hell. She's tall. She could ride the 125, and the youngest. She's 18 now. She could ride the gorilla or monkey or whatever it is. So I've got to talk to my wife and get the person, make sure they didn't sell it. But it's black. I like that. It's a two-tone black type color. As you can tell, I'm into black a little bit. But I think it would be. Oh, I think it would be cool. Pull this out. Let me see. I don't know what difference it makes. I just can't hear myself talk. But I think it would be cool. They're trying to see where do they have it? Facebook. Let me see. Browse. Gorilla 125. It's like this right here. This one, it'll give you an idea of what share screen. It's something like that. That one's kind of in the. It says V50 on it, but it's 125. Let me see see if they have the one in here that I want to get. Some are in good shape. There's a Honda. It's 70,000 baht. Are they worth it? Probably. I don't want my wife to have a corner. 26.9. This one. I don't see the one. Might be this one. That's this one here. See the green book on the seat. But and what else I like? See those? You can see those the nuts right at the lower part of right on the top of the triple tree. They loosen up and then the handlebars just sling down. The top would probably have to stay open, so I probably wouldn't even have to put them down. But it's something that I would only take this if the kids or something were going with me, so the kids would be there. They could load the thing in and out. It's not a heavy object, but it yeah, just something like that. And like I said, this is one of the pricier ones, 27.5. But the other ones, man, I must have looked at 20 of them yesterday on Marketplace and sent interested whatever. I'm going to say 15 of them said sold, and those are the ones that were like 18, 17, 19, below 20,000 baht. They seem to sell real quick. So I don't know. That one doesn't have very much time on it either. I'd rather pay a little bit more. Yeah. Black and chrome. Yeah, because at the that one that we went to, I don't know if you guys saw the video or not. You saw that drone footage. I mean, it was a good for me. My knees, the way they are, and getting up. If I've got to walk 2 city blocks, man, I'm in a world of hurt, pain in my knees. Not necessarily anything else, just really a lot of pain. And if we would have had the bikes, we could have cruised up there and then walked down a couple of rows, and it would have helped out. And plus, when I'm out doing a solo thing with the CT, I can go out and check other areas, maybe future camping down the road, different places, maybe do some fishing, because a lot of the places, like I said, one of my biggest deals is I don't know where can you fish, where can't you fish. Is this the royalties land? Is this just my wife said more than likely if you're parking by a big reservoir you can't fish in there. Okay, but like the ones over here I see people fishing in, around the corner from the house here that I've driven by a few times on motor vlogging. But if you're going into a park and you're paying to camp and that deal there, you can just ask, but whatever, you're probably not going to be able to. As soon as you go out of the park, any of these rivers and stuff that cross underneath the sois, the roads, or anything, said you could fish any of that stuff. And my cousin or whatever said the same thing. So that's some of my biggest deals: where to park it. I talked to PJ, who was in earlier and who I met there. He's got a nice rig and done a lot of camping here in the past 2 or 3 years with him and his wife. So he's going to enlighten me a lot on places to go and stuff. But he said over by Joe, but that's far to go, but that would be perfect for me because he said all the way up past Hula Hin, all the way down to Pachuap, the beaches and Cham, out in the middle of nowhere, just, pull and park. And he never got hassled once of somebody saying, oh, you can't park here, you can't do that. So if I do try that, that'll be like a 2 week, I'm not going to drive all the way over there to stay, 2 days there, stay there 1 day and 2 days home. I don't want to do that. So, but that's my biggest thing. And I've been looking, Google Earth was probably going to be a good place for me to start looking on a bigger screen like this one. Oh, excuse me. And find the places to go. And like I said, if I park someplace that I do have to pay, and it might be semi secluded, and by a body of water that I can't fish, I can throw I got a little, bag, breakdown rod and go over and see if I can catch something, because I like catching cook stuff too. I don't know if you guys do, and I still haven't figured out how to get on onto my wife's Trailer Trash Thailand uh, site. I don't know what the hell I did. Maybe I'll have to get together with some genius. I know Ryan had some good input and stuff um, on what to try, and I just haven't had any luck. And I hate to lose that. Everybody, I know that the 160 or 70 people over there are basically all you guys, everybody from this channel. But I'd like to start putting the content on there. Although I don't know. It's going to go on here for now, so we'll see. If who could make Randy? I think that's Randy. Trip says Ron might get double price discount. I must be Davis. And Renter Force. Hey, yeah, we've got to meet up, man. I'm sorry we didn't this time. I'm kind of bummed. You and Andy are I think I've known pretty much some of the longest time, and I've missed Andy's been here 3 or 4 times. You've been here 2 times, I think, and I still haven't got to meet up with you. But we will do it. Let's see. But yeah. So anyway, that you guys get the gist on the little deal. And like I said, some are cleaner than others. But all the ones like this one here, this one I think has got. I don't know if it's got no. It doesn't have a clutch, but I think it's already sold. But it's 18.5, or they don't have the. No, isn't that where? Can you see that? I can never pronounce it right, but I think that's where Jake's out of, right? Pissaluluka. Somebody can tell me. But like this here, this would be perfect. And it even looks smaller for some reason, but they don't. Some of them are different. Anyway, that one's quite a ways. But anything that I buy. Oh, you guys couldn't see that, right? Did I take that down? I did. There it is. Here I am talking to myself as I'm looking at the other. But it's you can see how small they are. But this one's in good shape. But I think it was, I don't know what that license plate's from. I thought I sent this guy something. I'll have to send him. Is this available? But with the one of them that I was looking at, that the guy actually did a lot of work on, and this one looks real clean. Um, the It had a clutch, so some of them have a clutch and some of them don't. And I think the girls wouldn't appreciate a clutch. So this is a Ruka. That looks like the same as that red one, but I don't know. It might have been the Ruka one that has a clutch. Here's one that's the same. Look at that, 43. And that one's out of Japan. So I guess they're all over the place. I don't know. It's gonna pick one and go from there. But anyway, I'll get off that. Mm. But I think it would be fun. The kids would have a good time. I gotta go fall asleep in the tattoo chair. All right, Robert. I'm gonna probably end pretty soon. Uh, on the farm, you can fish from your tent. Can I get the from your tent? I want to come that way to you too, and I think somebody enlighten me. Either Craig or Ron. You guys are close together, right? Or close enough to where when I come that way, we can all get together. I can't remember. Is that Jake's area too there? And I think Douglas too, right? I don't know. I forget. But is Tip going? All right, Tip. All right. It's been an hour and a half. I think that's good enough. I'm gonna go over. I gotta move that trailer and get to work on that. Um we heard last time, and if Tommy, I haven't seen Tommy. Oh, there's Tommy. So Richard's working. Freaking awesome, man. It must be all those me doing that at the end of every live stream with my large audience. I'm so glad to hear that. Richard from Richard Travels is the one that did both the intro and the outro on my live streams, and you're going to get to see the outro here in just a second. I want to thank everybody. If you guys aren't subscribed, please think about subscribing. Just want to meet more people. We're never going to be a big giant channel or anything, but we're going to have more fun than any of them. So everybody have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, and I will catch you, and I'll look at that camera on the next one.